Good morning, Jane. I'm like, where's my coffee? That's my morning. I took the time to sleep in this morning. It's been one thing that yoga teaches you is don't ever feel bad about resting. Going 1,000 miles a minute. It's all good. I hope that you're well. Since this is like not just for Jane anymore, but I'll speak to all like Janes or maybe Johns, right? But regardless. So let's go ahead and come to a comfortable seat today. Trying to keep this around the 20-minute mark. So grounding down through our sit bones and coming into our breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. Big inhale. Exhale. Letting your body soften a little bit. A lot of times I'm up here with my chin. Think about trying to drop your chin down ever so slightly. It helps to keep your gaze, if your eyes are open, about like 4 feet in front of you. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Coming into a space of gratitude. We give gratitude for our bodies and for ourselves. Always recognizing the work that we put in. Not looking for a cookie as a reward, but understanding the necessity of it and finding joy in us being able to come back to our mats time and time again. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Giving gratitude for the indigenous peoples of this land. So Salish, Blackfeet, Kootenai tribes here in Missoula. And as we begin to travel around and as more people are here joining us, please take a moment to always look up the indigenous folks of the lands that you are, as Jane said, squatting on, right? Nice deep inhale. And exhale. We have gratitude for this practice. These original practices of peace that allows us to continue to dig a little bit deeper, to let go and to release, and to surrender to something that is bigger than us. Always asking ourselves the question of, what do we do? Not in terms of anything aside from, what is this purpose in terms of what we do in this life. And we give gratitude for Black and Brown people for creating this practice and for continuing to sustain us and hold us in this space of non-violent action, loving action, right? Non-harming. And the first thing that we need to do is to be able to recognize that within ourselves, or do that for ourselves. Okay. So nice deep inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, you can go ahead and slowly blink open your eyes, come back into the room and into your space. Give gratitude for your own space, right? Or whatever space you're in. A lot of times we forget how lucky we are just to be surrounded by 4 walls and have protection from weather, right? As one of the loves of my life has said to me, our ancestors went through worse, right? So gratitude for the ancestors for allowing us to be in these spaces. Let's go ahead and take the hands up overhead. Interlock the fingers with the palms. We'll do Kapalbhati breath this morning to start us off. So press up through the palms, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Kapalbhati happens like this. The low belly snaps in. The inhale will happen automatically, but it's like this. You can do it through your nose or you can do it through your mouth. Okay, so your choice. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, clear the lungs. And then we snap. Inhale up. Exhale, flip the palms, bring the hands down to the sides. We'll do one more round right away. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Interlock the fingers the opposite way you did last time. So different cross of the thumb and the pinkies. Flip the palms up. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. And then we snap. Inhale up. Exhale. Hands come down to the sides. 10th of hands next to you. Pull your left ear towards your left shoulder. Nice deep inhale. Sweep that left arm up and over, cup onto the head, and pull that ear down. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into the side of the neck. Relax and release through the jaw. And slowly bring the head back to center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Take the head over to the shoulder. Stretch through the neck. Relax and release through the jawline. Big inhale. Breathe here. Exhale. Inhale. Sweep that arm up and over. Cup onto the side of the head. And pull the ear down towards the shoulder. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale slowly. Bring ourselves back up to center. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Interlock the fingers, place them back behind the head. Rock the skull back into the hands and keep the elbows nice and wide. Big inhale here. Breathe into the upper part of the ribcage. Exhale. Chin tucks down to chest. Elbows stay wide. Big compression of the thyroid. Inhale. Fill up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Breathe into the rib cage. Exhale. Inhale. Back to center. Release the hands. When you have a great hair day, just even after you sleep on your hair, go ahead and slowly circle yourself through center line. Right? It's only because I curled it yesterday. Right? Which doesn't happen often. So go ahead and move yourself. Still using and engaging your lower abdomen to kind of move yourself through posture. Right? And always know that you can move with music. Okay? And then go ahead and take it that opposite way. Little belly's still pulling up. So that space, that bandha right below the belly button, pulls in towards the spine. And almost like you could hook around the back side of the belly button. And then go ahead and come back to center line. Release your seat cushions if they're there. Just pop them off to the side. Take your feet wide to the edges of the mat. Hands can come back behind the thighs. And we're gonna pull back, roll the tailbone up towards you. And then inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Round here. Chin can tuck in towards your chest. Pull in on the low belly and then inhale. One more time. And then inhale here. And then go ahead and move your chest through center line. Check in with your sit bones, right? My sit bones have this weird thing of like popping out from underneath me. Yay, yoga. Okay, so go ahead and move back to the opposite side. So lots of like mixing today. I always think about the analogy, I analogy of a spoon in a bowl, right? Go ahead and slowly stop. You're gonna come into your boat pose. Take the feet up off the mat, hands at the side here, drop down through the right foot, extend up. Left foot draws, extend. We go for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Big inhale. And then we're gonna slowly come down and reach through the legs and the arms, and then pull ourselves back up to center. We go for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Rock over your feet, ankles and shins, and come into your tabletop. So in table, hands underneath, shoulders, knees underneath, hips. Inhale, chest pulls forward. You can move back and forth here with your hips a little bit. Find out what needs to pop into one space or not. Your low belly's still pulling up and is engaged. Inhale, cow. Low belly drops, press down through the tops of the feet, tops of the shins. Exhale, cow. Press into the hands, round up to the upper part of the spine. Inhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, press. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back into table. Flip the toes, pop the hips high, pedal out through the feet. Hands are nice and wide, they're on nice and straight. Check in with your elbow point so they're looking back at you. So it's like an internal rotation, right? External would kick them out, internal flips them in. Nice deep inhale. Pedal out through the feet. Maybe extend one leg. You can always roll over the tops of the toes and the ankles. Nice deep inhale. And then go ahead and spot right in between the two thumbs. Step, step. Feet come up to meet hands. If you have to take a couple of steps to get up there, that is A-okay. Let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs. Crown of the head pulls down towards the tops of the feet, and you grab for your opposite elbows and kind of hang and sway here. And then on the next inhale, ground down through the big toe mound, baby toe mound, and heel. And then we slowly pull ourselves all the way up to stand. Exhale, tent the arms, little mini back bend here. Maybe hands come back behind you if you want to deepen it. Pull down through the fists. You can interlock the fists and pull up through the chest. Breathe, and then put a bend in the knees and bring yourself down and over. Let the fists come away from the low part of the back. Release the hands. They can kind of flop down to the sides, and then you can take the palms and put them underneath the soles of the feet. So you stand on the hands as the head sails forward, tailbone sails back, and kind of move through the feet to massage out through the hands. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat. Step, step back into your plank. Nice deep inhale. Press back through the heels. Hold here. We're gonna lower down to our forearms and then bring ourselves back up, okay? We're gonna go for 4, using the right hand first to start, for 3, for 2, and 1. And then same thing on that opposite side, left hand first to start, okay? So come back up into your plank, nice deep inhale. Left hand goes down first, left hand. If you pick up, we go for 4, for 3, for 2, ooh, and for 1. Ooh, yeah, okay. Lower down. Inhale, forward facing. Exhale, roll over the toes, pop back. Nice deep inhale. Pedal out through the feet. Check in between the two thumbs. Step, step. Feet come up to meet hands. Inhale, flat backs. Exhale, down and over. And then inhale, pull in on the low belly. Sweep yourself all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands move down through your heart line. Okay. We got 6 minutes, y'all. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, down and over. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step, step, back into your plank. And press right back into your down dog. We're gonna play around with our balance, y'all. So take that right leg back behind. Ground down through that left palm. Right, nice deep inhale, or your right palm. And see if you can take that left hand, so right leg and right hand are grounded. And then slowly bring that leg back. Nice deep inhale. Press into the palms. Press down and drop that right foot down to meet the left. And then inhale. Press down through that left hand. And see if you can take that right hand back to touch and grab that back leg. So strong line of diagonal energy here. Nice deep inhale. Hand and foot drop. Shift forward. We lower and lift. Knees drop. Press back into your child's pose. Nice deep inhale. Shift back and forth, side to side. Forehead comes down to the mat. You can massage out through your third eye. Nice deep inhale here. Crawl the right hands off to the right hand side of the mat. Maybe you take the left hand on top of the right hand and pull back through that hip so you can lengthen through the side body. And then slowly bring the hands back through center. Same thing on that opposite side. Right hand comes on top of left hand. Pull back through that right hip so you can lengthen through your right side body. Big inhale. And then exhale, take yourself back to center, crawl the fingers out. Pull in hard on the low belly. You might need to shift and move back and forth through the hips a little bit. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into the back side body and then exhale. Walk your hands back towards you. Pull your knees together to touch. Inhale, arms come up high. And then exhale, see if you can jackknife down and over the tops of the thighs, trying to keep your sit bones connected to your heels. Edges of the pinkies come all the way down to the mat, and then you pull back through the hips as you edge the edges of, kind of crawl the edges of the pinkies out. Okay, nice deep inhale. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. And then inhale, we slowly pull ourselves all the way back up. Exhale. Hands come down to the sides. And go ahead and rock down onto your hip. We'll come all the way down onto our backs. Pull both of the knees into your chest. You can take the legs up to the sky, reverse a little bit of blood flow. Maybe do a little opening and closing. Really thinking about engaging the very top of your thigh. So what does that feel like to try to pull your leg with your hips cemented up towards the ceiling, right? Nice deep inhale. And then exhale slowly. You can lower the legs all the way down to the end of the mat. Coming into your Shavasana. Nice deep inhale. So you're on your backs, y'all, as I read to you. Hands come down to your sides, your palms are face up to the sky, and just come into your breath and give yourself a little chance to breathe. Okay. Let's see. So, I have this issue with obsessive thinking. And so this meditation, again, y'all, I've been on this book. I feel like I'm gonna be on this book forever, but I'm gonna be reading from it to all of you, so you might as well pick up a copy. Jane, get yourself a copy. Maybe I'll get it for you for your birthday if you haven't got it by then, okay? But how to stop obsessive thinking. So our anchor mantra is, I see truth. I choose the truth. I am the truth. We've all been there, playing a situation over and over and over in our head like a broken record, replaying the conversations, creating hypothetical situations, asking your friends to validate your feelings. You know the drill. Obsessive thoughts can pull you off track for hours, days, or even weeks, distracting you from your purpose and wasting valuable energy that you could be using towards something more productive. Obsessive thinking is the devil's meditation. Although I don't believe in the devil, we will say it is the traumatized, right, meditation. It blinds us to truth and hooks our minds into the broken promise of what if. In these situations, we often suffer from two things: believing the hypothetical story we made up in our heads instead of honoring the facts, and getting so hooked on the hypothetical story that we avoid our real feelings. Imagine you meet someone new and start dating them casually. At first, you're texting each other all day with rapid-fire responses and sweet messages of good morning and good night, and then all of a sudden, things shift. Your love interest starts responding very slowly. An entire day goes by without much communication, and your brain goes wild. You see them liking and commenting on other people's online, so why aren't they responding to you? Maybe they met someone new, maybe you said something to offend them. You start replaying every conversation in your head, rereading your text history, searching for your flaws in your communication. Maybe you were too much, too clingy, too vulnerable. You call your best friend to get some advice, and they remind you that he wasn't shit anyways, and that, after all, you deserve better. He was probably a liar or a cheater, or maybe the universe is just protecting you. Sound familiar? There have been too many times, and this kind of obsessive thinking isn't just regulated to dating. It happens at work, with friends, and with family. Anytime you're in this situation, close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths and fill in these blanks. These are the facts. This is what I am making up. By getting hooked on this hypothetical story, I'm avoiding feeling blank. Maybe it's rejection, maybe it's loneliness or abandonment that you're avoiding, or maybe it's sorrow, anger, or simply admitting to being wrong. Either way, the hypothetical story is just a distraction from your growth. Most of us create hypothetical stories because we want to manipulate situations to lean in our favor so that we can make sense of what's happening, especially if it's not what we hoped for or expected. But this is not a time to run away from reality. That just creates more pain. The way through the challenge is to accept what it is. If you're already spiraling, you've started calling your friends to ask what they think about the situation, or started creating different conspiracy theories, I want you to stop now and do this guided practice right away. So placing your hands over your heart, close your eyes. We take 5 deep breaths and begin our freedom meditation of I see truth, I choose truth, I am truth. Again, I see truth, I choose truth, I am truth. So coming back to this state of truth, I'm thinking a lot about truth telling and us being honest with ourselves first and foremost, and not creating these hypothetical situations that we spin out on and in, and really to sit with our feelings within it. So, with that said, take a nice deep inhale. I see truth, I choose truth, I am truth. Exhale. And when you're ready, you can slowly pull yourself back up to simple seated posture. Hands can come to heart. Let's sit down on the knees. The divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine in the collective we. Remembering we're all from our mother's blood and our father's seed. Truth. Jane, always a pleasure, girl. I look forward to seeing you soon. Folks that I have yet to meet, I hope to see you in class at some point, right? Retreats, classes, all the things. With that said, go in peace, serve love always. Peace and love, beauties.